So today I'm finally doing the paperback versus the Kindle challenge, and I really hope that you guys will like this video because I thought so hard about whether a Kindle can match the worth of a book, and I concluded that both of them are very different even though we use them for the same purpose. And in today's video I'm going to tell you why. So the first thing that we should think about is money, obviously, because the whole world runs on money. So if you're thinking about money, then a Kindle is a better choice than a book, because books are extremely costly and not all the time can you afford to buy a book of 200 to 400 rupees. But a Kindle most of the time offers you the same book for a very cheap price. And when you buy a Kindle for the first 2 months, you get a discount of 80% on all e-books, which is like very good. I bought a book of 400 rupees at just 40 rupees. Then I also bought a book that's paperback, was about 1000 rupees because it's a very rare book and it had to be imported. So I just got it on Kindle, and the Kindle version cost me just 60 rupees, which was very cheap, affordable. And the Kindle also gives you access to very amazing features which a book can't, and I think that's pretty awesome. But if you have enough money, I'll always say please buy the book because you can hold it close to you, and there are so many other reasons that I'm going to tell you about in this video. The second thing is that books are very difficult to carry. If I happen to carry this book to any place, my bag would probably burst because it's so fat and heavy. At the same time, if I just have it on my Kindle, I can carry it probably to the end of this world and even to Mars if I happen to travel there, and if we had a means to travel there. But anyway, you get my point, right? So carrying is extremely easy. You can carry at most 3 books when you're traveling if you want to travel properly. But if you have a Kindle, you can carry pretty much all your books at the same time, and it's so hassle-free. When you have a Kindle, you have to charge it. The charge goes on for about 7 days to 14 days depending on your using schedule. My charge generally lasts for about a week because I read a lot on my Kindle. But in case you don't read much, it'll last maybe a month too, because the charge depletes very slowly because the screen is only used when you're reading pages and it does not have a light of its own. At the same time, buying a paperback is better because you don't really need to charge a paperback. The thing I find the Kindle most useful for is the built-in dictionary. There have been so many times that I came across a word that I didn't know while I was reading a paperback, and I had to close the book and know what the meaning was, because at that point of time we did not really have smartphones. Thanks to smartphones, that work has been made a bit easier, but still sometimes it can get a bit distracting. But if you're reading on a Kindle, you can just click on the word that you want to know the meaning of and you'll get the meaning immediately, and that's probably the best feature of Kindle. Now let's talk about the smell, the aroma that arouses every reader in every possible way, and that is the unique smell of a book. A book smells gorgeous. You can actually identify books by their smell because each book smells different. I really like the smell of different books and how amazing they smell. The smell changes with time and it's beautiful. But a Kindle, it has sort of an electronic mobile phone smell, which is really not that impressive. Let's talk about stats. In case you're reading on a Kindle, you'll know how much time is left in you finishing that book. You will know how much time is left for you to finish the chapter. But if you're reading a book, you won't get the stats. The stats help a lot in case you are reading in a schedule, and you will know that how far you can go every day. And I really like this feature of the Kindle. Kindle also tells you how much percentage of a book you have read till now, so that you can have an idea about your progress as you're reading, which you generally don't get in a paperback. Now let's talk about feelings. A book feels the best. A book in your hands, you opening the cover and then you opening the jacket in case it's a hardcover, that's like the best feeling in the world. You wait and you admire the figure, the body and the edges of a book, and you flip it open and your fingers caress the book. The book is my boyfriend. If you think about it, when you're reading a book, it also gives you feelings. For a Kindle, you just need to tap and it's changed. That's it. That's the connection you have with it. You don't need to flip it. You don't really need to admire its beauty. You can just flip the page like that. Let's talk about your eyes. I know there are a lot of people who think the Kindle is not good for your eyes, but that's not true because the Kindle does not have a bright screen. It's an electronic ink display which is very, very healthy for your eyes, and sometimes even better than a book, because when you're reading a book in low light, that's very harmful. But a Kindle, unless it's the basic, has built-in light sometimes, and that helps a lot in case you want to protect your eye. But my Kindle is a basic one. It does not have a built-in light because I don't really read a lot at night in the dark. So that helps me a lot. But in case you know that you're going to be reading a lot in the dark, please go for the second or the third Kindle, that is the Paperwhite or the Oasis one, because they are the best in case you want to read in the dark. The next topic that I want to cover is about illustrations. Illustrations look magnificent in books. This is an illustrated book, not colorful but black and white, but still it's so good. But this will not appear that impressive on a Kindle because the Kindle has some problems in making you feel the way you do when you're reading a book that is illustrated. Also, the Kindle does not have a colorful display in India as yet. There's only one Kindle that has color display, and that is not available right now in India. But in case you want to read illustrated books, please never go for Kindle because it's just not worth it. Lastly, let's talk about making notes and bookmarking and marking pages on the book. You can't annotate properly if you are a fan of keeping your books in the perfect condition. But you can easily mark and annotate and write stuff if you're using your Kindle and you need to write something regarding a certain paragraph. You can also highlight several paragraphs and make them more lively than they are, and I think that's such a good feature, and that is the reason why I prefer a Kindle most of the times when I'm reading. Now the question that arises is that, will you stop buying books if you buy a Kindle? The one word answer is no, obviously not. I have a Kindle. I buy like half of my books on Kindle, half of my books via paperback copies because I love paperbacks, and if you love paperbacks, it's gonna stay with you forever. But it saves me a lot of money. If I read a book on Kindle and I realize that it's not that good, I'll probably not waste my money in buying the paperback. There have been so many times that I've regretted buying several books because they were just not worth it, and I can't get that money back. With Kindle, the amount I lost will be much less. Also, you get so many free books on Kindle, which does not really happen in case you are speaking about paperbacks. Yes, you can enter giveaways and all, but that is like a 1% chance for everybody most of the times. So if you have a Kindle, you can get access to so many free books. I have a book on Facebook and we do share deals on Kindle books most of the times when they are absolutely free, because we all love free books. That's like a blatant truth. And in case you do want to join my group, just go to Helly's Book Club and you can become a part of my group, and we will have some bookish fun together. In the end, I can say that a Kindle is very important, but it can never replace the love and the emotions a paperback can arouse in us, and that is the reason paperback wins the battle even though Kindle has more points. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. In case you want to support me, make sure you're shopping using the links in the description below whenever you are shopping on Amazon or Flipkart, because that helps me keep posting content on my channel. But in case you want to directly support me and be a part of my patron circle, do join me on Patreon. If you become a patron, you will be entitled to several exclusive benefits, and I hope you will enjoy being a patron in my Patreon community. My Patreon page is in the description below. Go check it out. In case you want a free trial of audiobooks, I have partnered with Storytel for a month, so make sure you're using the campaign link as long as it lasts, because it won't last long, guys. make use of it. And in case you like my video, make sure you're subscribed and you're hitting the notification bell on so that you know every time I post another video. This is Helly. See you soon.